Dear listeners, welcome to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the vast expanse of human experience, uncovering the threads that weave our collective narrative together. Today, we embark on a journey through the tumultuous landscape of medieval Europe as we explore the intricate and often misunderstood phenomenon known as the 100 Years' War. This conflict, spanning over a century, would test the mettle of kingdoms, forge unlikely alliances, and forever alter the trajectory of Western civilization. As we stand at the threshold of this epic tale, let us first set our gaze upon the distant horizon of the early 14th century, when the seeds of discord were sown in the fertile soil of feudal obligations and territorial disputes. The year 1328 marked a pivotal moment, as the French monarchy faced a succession crisis with the death of King Charles IV, who died without a male heir. This led to a dispute over the rightful claim to the French throne, with Edward III of England, grandson of Philip IV of France, asserting his claim through his mother, Isabella. We find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of alliances and rivalries, as the English monarchy sought to expand its territories on the continent. The Duchy of Aquitaine, a region in southwestern France, had been under English control since the 12th century, and Edward III's claim to the French throne was, in part, driven by his desire to consolidate his power over this territory. As we delve deeper into the historical context of this period, we are transported to the vibrant city of Paris, where the French nobility congregated to discuss the future of their kingdom. The Palais de la Cité, the royal palace on the Île de la Cité, was abuzz with activity as monarchs, nobles, and clerics navigated the treacherous waters of feudal politics. In 1336, Philip VI of France, determined to assert his authority over the English-held territories in France, seized the port city of Guyenne, a strategic location that controlled access to the Atlantic trade routes. This bold move sparked a chain reaction of events that would eventually lead to the outbreak of war. The English response was swift and decisive, as Edward III began to prepare for war, mobilizing his armies and securing alliances with other European powers. The historical context of this period is crucial to understanding the origins of the 100 Years' War. The 14th century was a time of great upheaval in Europe, marked by the devastating pandemic known as the Black Death, which had ravaged the continent just a few decades prior. This cataclysmic event had profound social and economic consequences, leading to increased social mobility, changes in the feudal system, and a growing sense of national identity. As we explore the earliest history of the 100 Years' War, we find ourselves in a world where the boundaries between loyalty, duty, and ambition were constantly blurred. The stage was set for a conflict that would last for generations, pitting the mighty kingdoms of England and France against each other in a struggle that would reshape the course of European history. The year 1337 marked a turning point in this narrative, as Edward III, now convinced of his rightful claim to the French throne, began to prepare for war. The English monarch's actions were met with resistance from the French nobility, and the conflict escalated into a full-blown war that would soon engulf the entire continent. The story of the 100 Years' War is a testament to the enduring power of human ambition, loyalty, and duty, and it is a tale that continues to captivate us to this day. The year 1346 marked a pivotal moment in this narrative, as Edward III launched a bold campaign to conquer the French kingdom, culminating in the Battle of Crécy, a resounding English victory that showcased the effectiveness of their longbow tactics. As we explore the aftermath of this battle, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The English monarchy had secured a significant advantage on the continent, with the capture of the strategic port city of Calais, which would serve as a crucial foothold for future military campaigns. Meanwhile, the French nobility was reeling from the defeat at Crécy, struggling to come to terms with the loss of their knights and the devastating impact on their feudal system. The Black Death, which had ravaged Europe just a few decades prior, continued to have a profound impact on the social and economic landscape of the continent. The shortage of labor and the resulting increase in social mobility led to significant changes in the feudal system, as peasants and commoners began to demand greater rights and freedoms. This, in turn, contributed to the growing sense of national identity that was beginning to emerge in both England and France. As we venture further into this period, we encounter a multitude of fascinating characters, each with their own unique motivations and ambitions. The enigmatic King John II of France, also known as John the Good, would play a significant role in shaping the course of the conflict, as he navigated the treacherous waters of feudal politics and struggled to maintain his kingdom's independence. The year 1356 marked another turning point in this narrative, as the English army, led by the Black Prince, Edward III's eldest son, launched a daring campaign deep into French territory, culminating in the Battle of Poitiers. The French king, John II, was captured during the battle, and the English monarchy secured a significant advantage in the negotiations that followed. As we explore the intricacies of these negotiations, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex game of cat and mouse, where diplomats and nobles engage in a delicate dance of alliances and rivalries. The Treaty of Bretigny, signed in 1360, marked a significant milestone in this process, as the English monarchy secured recognition of its claims to certain territories in France, while the French kingdom maintained its independence. The rise of national identities during this period is a fascinating topic, as both England and France began to develop a sense of self-awareness and cohesion. The concept of nationalism, though still in its infancy, would play an increasingly important role in shaping the course of European history, as kingdoms and empires began to assert their dominance over the continent. This conflict, spanning over a century, was more than just a series of battles and treaties. It was a transformative period in European history, marked by significant social, economic, and cultural changes. The story of the 100 Years' War is a testament to the enduring power of human ambition, loyalty, and duty, and it is a tale that continues to captivate us to this day. The year 1429 marked a pivotal moment in this narrative, as the enigmatic Joan of Arc, also known as the Maid of Orleans, emerged on the scene, claiming to have received divine visions that would lead the French army to victory. Her arrival galvanized the French resistance, and she played a significant role in the Siege of Orleans, which had been under English control since 1428. The French victory at Orleans was a turning point in the conflict, as it marked a significant shift in momentum in favor of the French. As we explore the aftermath of this battle, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The English monarchy, led by King Henry VI, was struggling to maintain its grip on France, while the French kingdom, led by King Charles VII, was determined to drive the English out of their territory. The Burgundians, who had long been allies of the English, were beginning to waver in their loyalty, and the French were eager to capitalize on this division. The year 1450 marked another significant milestone in this narrative, as the French army, led by Jean Bureau, launched a series of successful campaigns against the English, culminating in the Battle of Formigny. The English army was defeated, and the French secured a significant advantage on the continent. The Battle of Castillon, fought in 1453, marked the final victory for the French, as the English army was decisively defeated and the 100 Years' War came to an end. As we reflect on the significance of this conflict, we are reminded that the 100 Years' War was more than just a series of battles and treaties. It was a transformative period in European history, marked by significant social, economic, and cultural changes. The rise of nationalism, the decline of feudalism, and the emergence of modern nation-states were all consequences of this conflict. In the words of the French historian Georges Duby, the 100 Years' War was a war that shaped the destiny of Europe, a war that created the conditions for the emergence of modern France and England. And so, as we bring this chapter to a close, we are reminded that the story of the 100 Years' War is a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity, creativity, and perseverance.